Hi, you guys. I'd like to take you through a typical slideshow that you will be getting throughout the school year and just kind of explain what each slide represents and so that it's easy to follow. So up here we have the date, the class, and the lesson. Lesson 1.1, day 1. Underneath it, I will always put the learning target. Your learning target should be written in your graphing comp book. I want you to think of your graphing comp book as where you're going to be taking all your notes. Underneath that, in a different color, I have the words do now. Do now will tell you what I expect from you. In this particular slide, I want you to write your answers in Pear Deck. Underneath that, you'll have 2 to 5 problems, just kind of reviewing what it is that I want you to do for the class. You will submit your answers in Pear Deck. All your work, showing all your work, should be done in your graphing comp book. Slide 2 here is out of your RPJ book. I labeled it workbook at the time, but for you guys, I'll put RPJ. It's RPJ page 5. The pictures that you see here were taken from your workbook and I pasted them here. You will be writing an equation for each triangle and then solving for the missing variable. It is a Pear Deck. You can see the little pear down here. So you will be submitting your answers and your answers only in Pear Deck. All your work will be done or should be done in your graphing comp book. This slide, I don't see a pear down here, so it's not a Pear Deck. It's simply just note taking. This is vocabulary. You have the addition property, subtraction property, multiplication property, and division property. All 4 of these properties will be in notes under vocab. This slide here is clearly your homework. I will clearly label it classwork homework for you. Oops, it's down here. I could barely see it doing the screencastify. You have classwork homework, and it's telling you which problems I want you to do. It's problems 4 through 15. Get those done, show your work. This type of a page will be done on a loose leaf lined sheet of paper because there's no graphing involved, so it would not be done on a graphing paper. Then you would submit that work through Google Classroom. Your last slide here, slide 5, is an exit ticket. When I'm giving you an exit ticket, you'll have just a couple of problems to solve, and I would like for you to submit them. Take a picture of your work on a loose leaf sheet of graph paper and submit it either through Google Classroom if it's on a sheet of paper, but if it's a Google form, all you have to do is I will give you the multiple choice answers, and you have to tell me what the answers are. Assessing your level of mastery will be the last question. You could tell me for the learning target, were you able to solve one-step equations so that you could apply this knowledge for the rest of the year? You would mastery skill at a 1 being not at all, to a 5, absolutely, I could do this. And that is a preview of a typical Google slideshow that I give to my math classes. Thank you, guys.